Thank you. Okay, so today we will start. We are people who are little new. We are following several things so far. We did about body, we did about knowing self-awareness, and we did about energy body, and so many things we have done. Okay, now we are doing about mind. How our mind behaves, how it creates things is what we are trying to do. Okay, so today is the last day for the mind related. Now, these are the exercises you really don't have to get back and practice. But at least if you know some of this, any day you can use them when you are creative and you can start creating miracle for yourself, because you will know a lot of things about yourself. You will know a lot of things about which not many people would know, and you can use them in your context, in anything, in healing yourself, in your profession, or you want something good from others, and then it's like some magic, let's assume that way. Okay, so today when we are doing about mind, I realized that there's so much actually. I couldn't leave few things untouched. So I just decided I will make small little bit of exercises, like 4 exercises are there for us, and we will explore each of those, because it's all about understanding our own minds, right? So, however, just understanding, it's like you touch and go, and you understand it. You're not going to heal anything, okay? Or if it suddenly heals you, it's even better. It's bonus. So let's just try doing that today, and we will start doing all about our spirit body starting from next week. And that spirit body has a lot of things to do, which are very interesting things. Whether we'll be able to master those, I'm not sure, but at least we'll start getting an idea. Spirit body is basically, it's about chakras which are above 7 chakras. It's all about that, the spirit self of yours, right? So there are awesome, like intuition comes under that, and connection with the divine, or the creator, or the universal spirit come into picture. Akashic records come into picture, and some of the journeys come into picture, all related to your spiritual self. Spiritual, what I'm trying to say, the spirit self. Okay, so it's more interesting, but then before that we need to finish the mind. And why we need to finish the mind is because before you touch the spirit body, you should be able to make out which is your mind acting, which is actually the super conscious, or the subconscious, or one which doesn't have filters. What is that? Like, you are getting a message. Are you getting a message from your own mind? Consciously, it is working upon you, or you're detaching yourself and channelizing that message. There are two things, right? Everything is coming from your mind, correct? So we should be able to identify what is mind, what is actually coming from there. You got it? So a little bit of channelization, now what do you call channeling? Also, we will do next week onwards. Okay, so what is the um, subject today? Use the mind to adjust your goal to your path, or its path. So I remember my teacher when I was doing TASO. The final exam was very scary, and that it was so making everybody so scared, because we were all judged, and our inner children were so high up in the air because we've been judged all along in our childhood by examination. One teacher will sit and tell you, this is wrong, this is right, this much marks you got, you're good, you're not good, you need improvement, and etc. So all these things will make you right. So it was very it's a very it was very anxious time for everybody. And then when I asked, my teacher, he said, see, there are two things in life. One is a goal or a path. Okay? Either you choose the goal or the path. You cannot choose both. When you choose the goal, you should be okay with any path. Okay? We'll give some examples and see. But when you choose a path, you should be okay with any goal. You're getting? Okay, so what happens? Let's assume that you want to go to Delhi. So you chose a goal, right? Now, which path, whatever path the bus takes, you'll have to sit there. Is it very beautiful, scenic path, or it's bumpy ride, or is it bus travel, air travel, whatever, fellow passengers, horrible experience of the trip? You should be ready. You want to go to Delhi, however it is, you're going to Delhi. Or you think that I want to take this, what do you call that? There is one train, no, which goes all around the place. It's a Rajdhani. What is that?
Rajdhani only.
Rajdhani, but it's made like a palace, no?
The Deccan Queen, I think.
Something like that, where usually travelers, foreigners, everybody take that.
Palace on wheels.
Palace on wheels. So the whole idea is the experience of traveling. And wherever it goes, you'll go. Right? So that is the two difference of having a path chosen, or you have to choose the goal. Now, very rarely we have both put together. You know, when that both put together can happen, can somebody tell me? Guess. We are very few here, okay? Everybody guess. Let's have fun. Nobody knows. Nobody can't even guess. This is very strange.
What do we have to guess?
You don't know what to guess?
No.
It is that both your goal and path are according to what you want.
Isha, you get both come when you are in the energy of complete surrender.
Okay, that's a part of it. That's rather how do you do it, okay? You said the action part of it. You're right.
It is a purpose of your life. Becomes the purpose of your life. Becomes the purpose of your life.
Yes. Yes. If your goal happens to be the purpose of your life, part of the purpose of your life, then what happens is naturally you will surrender, like how Kavita said. And then it will be both nice for you because you have support. Everything becomes easy for you. Whatever you wish seems to happen to you. Okay, so it feels reaching the goal is so simple and easy, and it's enjoyable too. Got it? So what we are trying to do today, at the end of the day rather, is whatever goal you have, don't worry whether it's part of your life purpose or not. Let us see how we can change the path, all this at the metaphorical level, okay? And make it bright and beautiful for the goal. So then you will watch your goal, how it changes in the coming few days. Everybody understood, or do you need any explanation? Understood? Thumbs up. Yes. Okay. Now, before that, why we have to do all of this? One is, of course, we are trying to figure out mind. Okay. Second thing is, the more you do like this in your life, your both personal and work-wise projects and ideas will become very smooth and easy. They will be in a path which is guided. Okay, that's one advantage. Because when you do achieve your goal, if it's not enjoyable, the fruit you cannot enjoy. The final result, you won't enjoy it. Because you would have cribbed so much, you would have given so much of problem to all your near and dear ones and your colleagues, and whatever you would have created so much, at the end of it, people are more relieved that you did achieve your goal rather than celebration. There won't be any more energy or success feeling left. So unless it is beautiful, nice, easy for everybody, supporting everybody, it just doesn't become any nice goal at all. Okay. Then one of the biggest thing which you will learn from this is to listen to people. The more you listen to people, the more you seem to understand your environment, where the goal is there and around you. And if you are there, definitely the goal will be with you, right? You are somewhere, goal is somewhere, it's not possible like that, right? So it will make you realize how much you are actually listening, how much of the background judgments are happening when someone is talking, and how much these judgments are actually making you look at what the person is talking differently. And that may become positive to you or may work negative to you. So how do you quiet? When you realize that, how do you quiet it? Or when there is a fear coming up, when you realize that, how do you make the fear go away? All this, if you're able to listen to the background talk when the actual talk is happening. For that, you have to be listening. Okay? And the more you start being aware, awareness is employing all 5 senses of yours. Listening is only listening. Of course, listening also means a lot of other things. But when you get the awareness of your environment, you make less mistakes in whatever you do. So that's another advantage. So we learn that also in this. Then the more you listen, the more awareness of your environment comes into picture, the more you're not going to fight the world. You're going to go with the world. You will flow with it. So you need to, the moment your awareness increases and the listening increases, beautifully it starts flowing with it. It's like resonating with it. Beautifully it starts. You will never fight it out. Okay. So one of the major things which you will learn from this is you have to focus on people rather than their stories. So then you will start realizing there are two separate things actually. People are different and their stories are different. Somewhere you have made both of them same. And when that happens, you mistake people for their stories and you will have judgments. Okay? Because when you start looking at people rather than stories, you'll start seeing a lot of positive things in those people. And you will start understanding more deeply. And it just makes sense to know that person from then on, rather than just having a contact in the contact list. Okay. Then another thing which we will also practice here is telling a story which you actually don't believe in. Because throughout our life, we are trying to prove ourselves. We are trying to make our points clear. And we are always seeing from our aspect. We are not seeing from anyone else's aspect or any other possibility or a different position of the story. Now, when you start saying something which is not your, according to your opinion, is true, how do you feel it? Do you start feeling what the other person is saying is not all that bad actually? That's what we need to figure it out. Mind is so weird that once you say that story which you don't like, it doesn't feel anymore so powerful or so bad. You know, that is why over and again, when you do it again and again, especially some past life therapies, regression therapies, when we're doing those events, we replay it again and again in such a way that it just doesn't have any more power on you, something like that. Okay. Then we'll do some one exercise of listening to your own house and the locality, and then the nation, whichever is your nation, country, we listen to that. And we will see how it suddenly totally feels different for you, good or bad, whatever. If it's bad, then find out what is that which is making you feel bad. And what can you do? We'll put the blue light, whatever the blue light we have, that we can put it. And then you see how that same noise makes, is heard differently. Okay, so that is another exercise we will do. And we will do, one person will talk something, say something, and how to observe the person and not the story as such. Of course, you would have heard the story. It's not that you didn't hear any story and then you say, sorry, excuse me, I didn't hear. Then it's even more bad. But you would have heard the story, but then you observe the person and then connect with the person and feel it. Okay. Then we also practice how to get into another shoes. Others' shoes is somebody whom you don't like at all. I want you to visualize and get into their shoes as if you are going to merge, and then feel them, how they're feeling. Then you will know them much more deeply and much more in a better way. And that may change your perspective of them. Okay, that's another exercise. The last exercise is to keep your goal in front of you. And then you see how far is the goal and how the path is. This is very metaphorical. So you just imagine and see the path, how the path looks for you, who are there in that path. And then you see whether, is it too far away? Do you want to cut it, make it a little closer to you? Or are there too many people in it? Or there too much money is spent on it? Or it is too noisy? Find out how the path is and make changes to that path. After making that changes to the path, see whether your goal fits into the path beautifully well at the end of it. So it's a very metaphorical exercise. Okay. So if you're ready, we will try these exercises. When you're doing exercise, if possible, please switch on your cameras, because we need help of each other. Okay. Okay. So we will do the exercise 1. Right. This exercise 1 is about listening to your own sound of your house or the voice of your house. Okay. And then we will expand it to the locality, wherever you see, maybe your building or apartment, whatever it is. And then slowly expand to your city, then expand to your country. And then you see your house sound is merging with city or not. Is that merging with the country or not? Where is the difference? This is how you can also make yourself feel better where you live. And then for everything, remember the blue light. First, we create a blue light and hold in our hands, okay? Because we need to use it anytime, whenever we want. And then you can just put it above the house, put it above your city, or put it above the country on the map or whatever. And then you see that how that sound, everything merges with each other. And then you'll see whether this works in your day-to-day life of your house. Shall we? Okay, it's a very small, quick exercise. And you just make a note of it, how you feel about it.
I have a
You'll be
quick
surprised.
question.
Who is that, Ritika? Tell me.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. What is the blue light? I think I may have missed it. Or
Blue light is just a light you create using your palm. It's like a Reiki light or master's light or your own higher self light or the creator's light, whatever it is. We'll just create it and we keep it. Okay? Like a ball. Okay? It gives you clarity usually. That's what it is about. Okay? Okay. So all of you get ready. Since we have done it many, many, many times, we know that very easily we can get into that state. Okay. So one of my most fastest and my favorite is Silva technique, which is imagining number 3 times, imagining number 2 3 times, imagining number 1 3 times. And when you imagine number 3, I'll tell you this initially only, I'll tell you, and then I guide you. When you're imagining number 3, you will make sure that your entire body part by part will relax. And when you imagine number 2 3 times, you will imagine that your mind is becoming really nice. How do you imagine? You imagine a beautiful place you want to be. Okay. And then when you imagine number 1, you just have to tell yourself, I am in the alpha state. And then you will be in the alpha state. That's a very most quickest way of getting into alpha state. Let's do that. Take deep breath, and when you are exhaling it, just imagine number 3 in front of you in a closed eyes. 3, 3, and 3. Now scan your body from head, abdomen, chest, and the thighs, knees, calf muscles, and feet, arms, and palms. All are relaxed. Take another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. At that time, imagine number 2 3 times. 2, 2, and 2. This time, just imagine a beautiful place we are in. Maybe it's a beach, or in a beautiful garden, or maybe your hometown, your mother's house, something. And just feel it, how free you feel, how nice you feel. You can hear all the sounds. And then just clear your head and mind. Now take another deep breath. And when you are breathing out, imagine number 1, 1, and 1. Now we are in the alpha state. In this state, just imagine you are walking around or standing in one place, invisible inside your house. We'll just become quiet for 30 seconds so that you start hearing the sounds of your house. You can move slowly around. You can sit on a chair. You can peer outside the window. Anything you want, just listen to the sound of the house. Now slowly expand yourself outside your house to the locality or your building or your apartments. Just keep seeing other people, a corner or a tree and some flowers. That means you're outside covering. Maybe you can hover around on top. From top you see down. But you're outside your building. And be there, again invisible, and hear your locality. Also figure out how different it is from your house sounds. You might even smell something, a fragrance or a smell. Figure it out, how different it is. Also think whether you like it or not. Now slowly expand even more, so much so that you are covering up your city. And then observe, how does your city feel for you? Do you like it? Now expand even more to the entire India. You can imagine that you're seeing the map of India, or if you're able to imagine any other place far away, and then see how it feels for you. How does it sound? Is it too noisy? Or is it too quiet? Is it feeble? Is it angry? Just make a note of all of these things now. From the top of your head, imagine there is a beautiful reservoir of light. It's a higher frequency light which knows everything and which is very, very beautiful and soothing. And it's a happy light. Let the light enter your crown, spread throughout your body. Let it come through your arms and finally to the palm. So when you keep both the palms together, it will create a ball. And it's a blue color ball, beautiful ball. Now put this ball, place it right about India, and let the ball spread its energy across India. And also it will spread the same beautiful soothing energy on top of the city where you live. And then it will spread its light on the locality where you live. And then it will fill your house beautifully well. It will also fill your body, every part of your body. Allow it to fill, cleanse, clear, align every city, everybody in the country to everybody's purpose. Now just concentrate on the sounds of India and the sounds of the city and the sound of your locality and the sound of your house. Just find out, are they all aligned, or are they aligning? They might not be aligned yet. Is there any distinct sound which you can recognize, vibration which you can recognize? Just feel that. Feel that in your body. Does that make you feel good? Are you also vibrating with the same energy? Observe. If it's feeling good for you, that means you are vibrating in that same frequency. Take a deep breath. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. You can drink a little bit of water to ground yourself. Okay, so a quick round of sharing what you felt. You might have felt, you might not have felt, you might have felt a bit of it. Whatever it is, it's interesting to know. So if anybody wants to share, you can do that. Any bit anybody felt? Or how did you feel the sound?
Hi, I would like to share.
You're able to feel it?
Can you hear me?
You're able to feel it? What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I said I would like to share.
Go ahead. So
Yeah, so when it was my house, it was okay, but like I feel like a few corners were saying, please give me more attention. We exist like that. But when it came to my locality, my city, and my country, and even the world, they were very, very happy. They were very happy to have me here. I felt messages like, we need more people like you. And there is so much love.
that's wonderful. See, every now and then when you start tuning to that city and country or whatever like that, you will be so much in love with being there. Everything will start working for you. These are small little exercises, okay? They will do miracle for you. If you're not comfortable with something, try to make it comfortable. What is that which is not so comfortable for me here? And change it by putting this blue light, and it starts making you feel so comfortable. And once you're comfortable, you're very productive in that place.
Right.
That's nice, Ritika. Anyone else, or we'll move into the next exercise? You have something more, Ritika? No.
No, that's
Thank you. Okay. So anyone else, or shall we move to the next?
Yeah, how to put the blue light? Like, for example,
I usually shine it above, and the blue light fills up like a smoke, blue smoke.
That means the new idea is it? You shine it, you hold it up, is it?
Usually, it's all the intent, right? There is no truth, there is no proof. It's the intent. What matters is the intent. And your mind is so powerful that intent works. Right? Jeffrey says, what's his name? Jeffrey something. He is in the Mind Valley. He says he was in one of the whatever practices he was doing with a lot of people. They were practicing putting all the light, touching everybody with a very loving light of all those people who died in 9/11. Okay. They did that, and they put a lot of light to so many people. And after 1 year or so, he was present in some of the energy related workshop. At that time, there's another, the teacher, he said, I don't know the name of it. She said, when they were working on, she said so many people came to thank Jeffrey because they all got the energy which she didn't know what he had done. She said so many people who are like bruised and who are, whatever, all of that kind of people who showed up, and they were all thanking Jeffrey for giving love. So she asked, what is that? Why so many people were there? Then he thought, okay, then this must be true. We can't see it, but it happens, something like that, he said. So what's important is you should have the intent and you should believe it. Then you will definitely see that at the energy level. And when it happens in energy level, it will definitely happen in the reality too. Okay, so that's how it is. Okay, so we'll get to the next exercise. In this exercise, it's about hearing people, listening to people completely, in using all the 5 senses, so that you not hear their story, not just hear their story, but also you will know a little more deeper about that person. Okay, so we will do this for only 1 minute. We will do it among you. 2 people, I need volunteers. Ha ha ha. Now who will come forward?
Isha, I'm here.
Yeah, Kavita, but you'll have to switch on your video if you're okay with that. Because
Okay.
I have to use all 5 senses, no? Yeah, okay, Kavita is there. Who else? I want another person. Come on. It's just for fun. Okay, Gauri. Okay, so one of you will just talk about something. We will talk only for 30 seconds, okay? Don't have to worry. It can be your dream or it's just that one speech you are delivering it somewhere and you talk about something. Okay. Now the other one will have to intently hear not only the story, but also the person. And then you will get more understanding of the person than the story. So then you'll know the story is different, the person is different. Okay? Since Kavita, are you able to talk or you want to just observe? What is that you want to do?
No, I can talk.
You can talk for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, Kavita will talk. Whatever she talks, Gauri is going to listen. But not just the story part. Also tune into Kavita's energy, gather all of that, what she is, not right now what she's feeling, but in general, what is Kavita? Feel that. And then you tell us the story as well as Kavita. Then you'll know the difference. No judgments here, okay? Even if you judge, it's okay. That's your perception. Okay, Kavita? Even if she judges, that's her perception. That may not be true, okay? Okay, let's start. Kavita will talk now. Go ahead, Kavita.
So I'm going through a journey. It's on a beautiful hilly place, which is absolutely wonderful with clouds in the sky. It's sunny and nice. The weather is very, very pleasant. And on the path, it's strewn with a lot of flowers, color flowers, lining the entire pathway. We have the valley of flowers, and then a lot of butterflies are there on it. And as I'm going along the path higher and higher, I meet some very beautiful energy sources, and they are all smiling at us, throwing light on us, and we are going higher and higher. I want to go and reach the monastery at the top, which is there. And as I ascend up, I go towards the plains, higher and higher and higher through the hills. And I reach this beautiful Tibetan kind of a monastery. And I see the image of the great Buddha seated over there. He's talking to me. It's golden image and it is alive. And I also see the Dalai Lama over there, seated over there. And he takes my hand in his hands and he blesses me. And the great Buddha smiles and he throws his light on me. And I feel very, very happy and enlightened. So this is my story.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Kavita. Thank you. Now, it's a wonderful story. You can be creative, very creative. And the more you create like this, in your dreams, it will start happening. Anyway, you know it very well. So let's see what Gauri has to say. What is that, Gauri? Did you hear her story first?
Yeah, I heard a story that she's
You
on
heard
a
the
journey.
story.
She's
Okay.
on a journey to seek herself, seek blessings, and seek something. She's on the path of healing and meeting all positive energies, and she's reached. A goal was to meet the Dalai Lama and the Buddha, and she's actually met them, and she's sought blessings and received blessings from them, which has made her very happy. So that, I think, that is the concise story, what I understand of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What
the
else
journey
did
is,
you observe?
so and forgive me if I hope I don't offend anybody. But my thinking is that Kavita is seeking a lot in her life, and she's very open to seeking, and she's on this path. She's still looking for some kind of an external intervention of some kind, because when she says that, you know, the Dalai Lama and the Buddha has blessed me, so she gets very joyful about it. Also, so she is aware that she has it all in her, but still that seeking of that validation from an external source is kind of creeping out. And there is this thing about Kavita that she is trying to, I mean, what I felt, I don't know, that all that she has described is actually what she wants to happen in her life each day, in a way. So that is what I felt, you know, that the seeking spirit obviously is there, but somewhere an external validation is also very important. So
Thank
that's
you.
what came across to me.
Thank you. Now, what you said is right or wrong, we are nobody to judge. What
Exactly.
Kavita said right or wrong, nobody to judge. But what I have to tell, I don't think she ever said Dalai Lama. Right? Did you
She
say
met Dalai
Dalai
Lama.
Lama?
Yeah, no, she met the Dalai Lama and she saw the Buddha, living Buddha.
Oh, she said Dalai Lama. I got, oh, really? Okay. Then see.
I did say Dalai Lama also.
Okay, so it never registered in my head. I was only thinking about the path and going higher and higher. What was running in my head is, okay, she's saying higher and higher 4 or 5 times, one time over again. So it, for me, it's like one layer of climbing the mountain, again, another layer, it was going like that. Okay. And then I thought, oh, her interest is to seek, something spiritually elevated. Okay. And she believes in Buddhism giving that. These are all my thoughts. What I'm trying to say is, when the story is going on, you need to find out what is your background thoughts which are coming. And if you have a little bit of empathy for that person, you will think like, oh, if someone is blaming, you'll think that, oh, why this person is like in that blaming path, is what you'll feel, rather than, why is he blaming me like this? Oh my gosh, I have to just tell, scream at them back and then prove them that they're, no, you don't have to. You just have to think that what is happening to this person behind. Like how she said, how Gauri's thought is, maybe Kavita needs some validation from outside thing about the spirituality, that even though she has everything inside, she is seeking the validation. That may be right, may not be right. You don't have to judge at all. You don't have to go by that. It's just that that is how she perceived you rather than the story. Now this time, story was beautiful. If the story was really bad when you're arguing with somebody, keeping yourself calm and trying to think about the person changes your perspective. Now, another thing I'll tell you, when Gauri was talking, did you all hear her story or did you figure out what is Gauri? That's what I'm trying to say. I felt Gauri is getting the moment when Gauri had to tell what she thinks about Kavita, she was a little bad. I don't know how this will be taken, but I'm going to say it. So this was going on. So I knew that she's anxious. Okay, but she's trying to make a bold step ahead. So a lot of such things you can gather, right? But neither anything is right or wrong. It's okay. It's what you perceive. So the more I start thinking about Kavita or Gauri, I get connected deeper to them. That is what is important. rather than just I hear a story and I throw. Especially if you're a therapist, you need to get connected deeper to this person. Then only you'll be able to help them out in any way, right? And then it just makes it so beautiful to get connected to that person. Or if you hate that person, that hatredness will reduce a little bit. Okay, so this is that. Kavita, what is that? Tell me.
Isha, I'm thankful to Gauri for her kind of interpretation, because this gave me a very added kind of a vision, because this is what the Buddha also says, you have to be a light unto oneself. So you have to get the validation from within, and the light is within us. And this is precisely probably what I have to start journeying within myself. So this is a beautiful kind of a message I got through Gauri. Thanks a lot.
Beautiful. This is what I'm saying, you know, if you just hear the story, you may get angry with Gauri. How can she think like that? My story is my story. But then when you start getting connected and what it could be, then you'll start thinking differently. Everywhere, this is how it happens. So with your own spouses and with your neighbor who's very annoying, try to get connected differently and see how it makes any sense. Even with your children, this is the best way. Instead of contending with them, you cannot win them. Why don't you understand them this way? And they will be surprised, right? So it's the best way, okay? So you try that. Now it's 5:52. Let's do the last exercise. This is, as I said, it's very, very imaginative. I want you all just imagine and see how it feels. That's all, okay? No judgments again. Now this is about, all of you have to take a goal. It need not have to be a greatest goal of your life. It can be just that tomorrow I want to go to shop and buy something can also be your goal. And it can be anything, or it can be your interest. You want to go somewhere, or you want to attend one workshop, or you want to meet up a friend, or you so many days you have been thinking that you will tell your spouse something, but you're just waiting for the right time, how it will go. That's a goal. So that also, or it can be talking to your children, something which is related to you, but a goal. Think about it. Okay, keep that intent in your mind. And now see that goal inside this beautiful blue ball. Okay, or not necessarily blue ball, but just look at like a container, and this goal you have written it and put it inside the container. Or it's like a container, but when you look into it, you'll see like a picture of that goal there. It may be the person, it may be an event, or whatever that is. See that is your intention, and you want to figure out how will this goal fits in your path. It'll also give you an idea whether you should do it, or if you do it, how you should do it, when you should do. All of it, you will realize it. So have that intent in your head. Now, as you're imagining your goal, there is a path, and you're standing on the path at one side, and far away, or at a distance, not far away, at a distance, at some distance, is your goal intent which you have created is there in that path. You can even see that person only standing far away, or the event or the place far away. You can see that. Now see how this path is going. Is it a straightforward path? Or is it winding that way, this way, going up and down, uphill, downhill, going through a bridge, or what is that it's happening? Just trace it and see both sides. What do you see? Is it beautiful? Is it a little difficult for you to walk that path? Is it too far away? How is that path? Is it a smooth path, or it's like so much of stones and whatever thorns? Or first of all, is there a path at all? Just see, or are you lost somewhere? Identify all of it. And then start walking in that path little bit to feel what kind of a ride is that? What kind of a walk is that? Is it tiring for you? Or is it smooth, nice? Are you hearing some wonderful music and then you're just going? Keep moving and see how far is this goal. And just pause, stand there and pause. Is this too far away? If it's too far away and you don't agree with that distance, you have the power to pull that goal a little closer to you. Whichever is your comfortable distance, you can pull it. How do you know that you're pulling it? The intent or the person or the event can come closer and closer to you, to a distance which is comfortable for you. Then also see around the path, along the path, beside the path. Are there other people whom you don't want them to be? Or you see an absence of somebody. If you think that that person should be there, if they're related, you can bring them. It's very simple. You just have to think and they will be there. And how are they all sitting? Are they enthusiastic or lethargic? They're not interested. If they're not interested, maybe they're not interested in this path, in this goal also. Then later on, you better look at it and then resolve whether it should be there or not. But this gives you an idea for you. Also look at, are there too many people? Do you want to have fewer people? You can vanish quite a few. Or if it's you are alone, your own path, then be okay with it. And then, is it possible for you to now walk with all of these additions or deductions much easier to your goal? Walk few steps more and check. Again, you pause. Do you need anything more? What kind of a support you want? Are there any rules and regulations which are you are remembering, like beliefs of yours? Are you remembering which are coming in between? Then all you have to do is, on the way, you will find a bin, dustbin kind of a thing, or trash bin. You can just dump it there, put it there, and then you can smoothly move after shedding some weight off your shoulders. Do you feel like wearing a track pant and a shoes and walk? Again, your choice. Do you feel like walking with your friends and so it's much easier for you to walk? They will appear. Whoever needs to come, they will appear. And do you have to cross a water body or something? Is it easy for you? There'll always be something like either a bridge or there'll be a little small little boat, you can take it. But there'll be something which will help you to cross it, figure it out. And then surprisingly, if anybody is showing up, what are they trying to tell you? Is it good for you? Or it's not good for you? Now walk slowly closer and closer to your goal. And then reach the goal. How do you feel about your goal now? Just take a mental note of how the goal has changed or you have changed to accept it as it is? What is your emotional quotient, happy quotient about this goal and reaching the goal? Do you still have energy left in your mind? To a scale of 0 to 10, figure out where is your energy level right now. Have you totally exhausted it, or you still have a lot of energy? Take the picture of this goal and what you feel in your mind, and then take a deep breath and open your eyes when you're comfortable. Okay, so we have 1 or 2 few minutes to share our experience. It may be funny, it may be very nice, it may be very imaginative, but how you felt about it. And is there anything surprising you discovered? Did you get any message? That's what is important. Are you able to imagine easily? That's my question. That's good. Gauri says so. Okay. Because if you're not able to imagine it, it's very difficult to do any of this, right? So imagination is so much easier. And did anybody's path was so winding so far away that it was not possible to go? Even in such cases, you know what you should find out? You should find a Uber or something there. Get into it and go. That's how we will find solution, because it's all about your mind. You just have to tweak your mind, that's all. And all solutions are there in your mind, okay? And so is the external world. Everything is there, right? Danzo is such a beautiful concept. Can you imagine whoever is done? There was a time I used to think that because Bangalore traffic was so bad, it has crossed my mind, will Danzo put me wherever I want to go? I can sit behind their bike and they can take me, deliver me, basically. Actually, they can start it in Bangalore, 100%. And so it's like, yeah, you think, and they will become the greatest product later. Although they may have some, this much kg only we will carry. So that could be there. But so this is how it is, because the more you figure out what you can add beautifully to your mind, and that much smooth your goal will become. And goal will become very interesting. So I hope all of you enjoyed and all of you realized. So this is like a daydreaming, okay? You just have some beautiful idea and then you daydream. Many times you're not very sure what you're going to do, but daydream and leave it. And then you see how it will show up, okay? Beautifully it will show up and you'll be so surprised. Yeah, Ritika. I can't hear you. Yeah.
I would like to share
Go ahead.
this dance happening in Goa,
Huh.
happening end of this month, and
What's happening, you said?
the dance festival.
Wow, what date?
Bachata, salsa, and kizomba. These are 3 different Latin styles of dancing,
Huh.
and that's happening, I think, July 29th to August 1st.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a 3-day workshop. Workshop, and it's going to be insane. And I just found out about it. Like I knew it was happening, but I had not looked into it because I was in Mysore and I had I was not into it. But ever since I've come to Bombay, every Tuesday social dancing, and it's so much fun. I absolutely enjoy it. And so I've been wanting, now that I know how exciting it's going to be, now I want to go there. So I put that as my goal. And the road to it was pretty near, and it was very like I was able to see it very clearly. Like I could see the resort where it's happening. So basically, it's going to be 3 days of 3 or 4 days of non-stop dancing from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. 10 to 7 will be workshops with lunch, 1 hour lunch. And then again, 9 p.m. the party starts, and then again you dance till like 4 in the morning. So the path to it was very linear, and it was a narrow path, and I was walking it, and I was able to walk through it very easily. And on my right and left, there was not much. It was pretty barren. And the sand was kind of disturbing me, because I was wearing sneakers and there was grains of sand which was disturbing me. Then I thought, what would I do if this is how the surface was where I was actually walking? And I removed the sneakers and held them in my hand, which is what I would do if I were at a beach. And then it was pretty fine. And then when you said put the thoughts, oh my God, in the dustbin, I had so much trash. I don't know from where it came, but there were like huge sheets of paper, and it was just a lot. So I put all of the dustbin was not even able to hold that much trash. Then I called for a bigger one or something, and then that was sent away. And so, yeah, that's it. I just thought
That's
I would share.
beautiful. That's exactly, this much is enough. We think that, oh, I made up everything, how it will work. No, this is how it will work. Because that's your mind, and your mind is actually making you everything, no? Your mind is the one which will telling, go there, you'll enjoy, do this workshop, right? That
Yeah.
same mind is telling you do all this. How different it is? It is not.
Yeah.
So it is just going to be the same way. So always remember one thing, it's beautiful to just imagine. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to take anybody's permission. And bonus is whatever you think will happen. So just indulge in it, and you need to enjoy it. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Hope I can make it to the festival, and then I'll update on the group if I make it.
Yeah, whether you really make it to the festival or not, that's different. But
Yeah.
then if you go there, definitely you will enjoy it. That much we can tell you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's it then. Anyone else?
Isha, I will just share you my experience.
Yes, Kavita.
It was again a very beautiful one.
Okay.
But the path as I went through the galaxies, the
Wow,
more
you went even more higher now.
yeah, but the more I traveled, the more deeper it became, and it was infinite. So there was it never finishes. It never finishes. It goes on and on, becomes more and more deeper and deeper, subtle and subtle, and the depth increases and the love increases, and it keeps on going to infinity. So that was my experience.
So
yeah.
what you should do in such case is, there is no way you reach the end because it's infinite. The best way to do there, to just dissolve yourself completely, so you become the depth.
Okay.
Okay, next time try that, how it feels to get dissolved and become the whole depth.
Right.
Okay, try that next time.
Yeah. Thanks.
Beautiful, it's very nice. Okay, yeah, that's about it. See, everybody is feeling good, right? Yeah, if nothing else is there, no questions, nothing to share, we are done. Beautiful, all of you. And take care. Bye. I will definitely share this recording. I hope nobody, it's okay, right, Kavita, if you share it? Huh? Gauri, it's okay if you share it? Yeah, it's beautiful because we all contributed with each other today to understand more, better involvement of everybody. So it was really lovely today. Okay. So thank you, all of you. And next time, please be there. So much more interesting things we'll do in a couple of next few weeks, and we'll discover something more about us. Okay.